The Axeman of New Orleans, one of the most chilling and bizarre unsolved mysteries in American history. From May 1918 to October 1919, this elusive killer terrorized the city, breaking into homes and brutally murdering residents with an axe. The victims? Mostly Italian immigrants and Italian Americans. The killer had a method. He'd chisel out a panel on the back door, slip inside, and attack the victims while they slept. The weapon of choice was usually the victim's own axes or straight razors, often left behind at the scene. Several victims survived, but none could provide a clear description of the assailant. The Axeman's most infamous act? Sending a letter to the local newspaper in March 1919. In it, he claimed to be a demon and promised to spare anyone playing jazz music in their homes on a specific night. The result? A city-wide jazz frenzy with clubs and homes packed, music blaring into the night. Despite an intense manhunt, the Axeman was never caught. Several suspects were considered, but no one was ever charged. The case remains unsolved to this day, leaving a haunting void of answers. The Axeman's letter had a direct impact on the New Orleans jazz scene, embedding the case in the cultural fabric of the city. Most of his victims were grocers, leading to speculation that he harbored a specific vendetta against Italian grocers, fueled by racial prejudice or personal grievances. The killings mysteriously stopped in late 1919, and no further murders fitting the Axeman's pattern occurred. But theories abound. Some suggest the Axeman was part of the mafia, targeting Italian grocers in a series of retaliations or warnings tied to organized crime. Others believe he was a deranged individual with psychopathic tendencies, enjoying the fear he instilled in the public. The Axeman's strange demand for jazz music suggests he wanted to manipulate and control the public. Whether or not he intended to kill again that night, his letter successfully provoked mass paranoia and fascination. Some even believe not all of the attacks were committed by the same person. The lack of a clear motive and different methods used in some attacks suggest multiple attackers, inspired by the original Axeman's brutal crimes. The Axeman's murders took place during the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic and the end of World War I, a time of chaos and fear. The general unease might have contributed to the public's obsession with the case, as the killer took advantage of an already anxious population. The Axeman of New Orleans remains one of the most disturbing unsolved cases in American history. His racial undertones, random nature of the killings, and the strange jazz music connection make this case particularly haunting. The fact that the murderer was never caught leaves room for endless speculation. Was he a mentally disturbed individual with a personal vendetta, or perhaps connected to the mafia? Ultimately, his ability to capture the city's imagination and control its behavior through fear is what makes this case stand out in the annals of crime history. And that, my friends, is the chilling tale of the Axeman of New Orleans.